Hi guys, this is the revised video for lesson 716, the practice problems. So I'm going to go through this really quick. I also wanted to make sure that if you put your answers in, that you go back to the link. You can now edit them. You may now edit your answers and that you put them in the correct way, okay? And I'm going to talk about that as I do this so everybody's answers are in correctly. All right, this first one, a landscape architect is designing a pool that has this top view. So that's the base of our pool. How much water will be needed to fill this pool full 4 feet deep? We need the volume. Filling up a pool is going to be volume. The height is going to be 4 feet because that's how much water we're putting in. We need the area of this base. So I am going to go like this. Go like that, okay? And when I do this, that means I can do this whole rectangle area, 12 times 11, which gives me 132 feet squared, okay? And then I take off this little triangle area. If that's 9 and that's 11, there's 2 here. If that's 12 and that's 1.5, I take off the 1.5, and this leaves me 10.5. Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. 10.5 times 2 divided by 2, which really you're just going to end up with 10.5. So we do 132 minus 10.5. And the area of our base is 121.5. 121.5. See if I can go back to the eraser so I can change that back to the pen. 21.5 feet squared. All right, now I put those two numbers in. 121.5 feet squared times 4 feet. And you're going to get 486. Now, when you enter your answer, you need to put the 486. And it is to the third power, so you can type in cubic feet. And there's your answer. Okay? That's how you would enter your answer into Formative. If you're doing it here, you could obviously do this. But when you do Formative, that's the easiest way to enter it when you can't put an exponent. All right, we go to question 2, or B. Before filling this pool, it gets lined with a plastic liner. Well, that's surface area. And if I'm lining a pool, I'm obviously not doing the top, okay? So I'm going to need the perimeter of that base. I already have the area of the base, 121.5 feet squared, okay? And our H was 4 feet. All right, I need the perimeter of the base, so I'm going to go up there and get it. I'm going to add all those numbers together. Add all those numbers together. So I have 11 plus 12 plus 9 plus 10.7 plus 1.5 equals, and I get the perimeter, which is 44.2 feet. Now I'm going to use that formula that was perimeter times height plus the base. That's it. I'm not going to do base times 2 because I don't have a top of my pool. So perimeter is 44.2 times the height, which is 4. And then I'm going to add 121.5 to that. All right. 44.2 times 4 is 176.8 plus 121.5. I get 298.3 feet squared. So when I write my answer in formative, 298.3 square feet. There you go. Now you know the right way to put it in. All right. If you need to pause, please pause it. I'm clearing this screen. All right. I had the surface area, which was 298.3 feet squared. Here are the prices for different amounts of plastic liner. How much will all the plastic liner for the pool cost? Well, I need a unit cost for 1 foot squared. So I'm going to do the cost divided by the feet squared. So that's $3.75 divided by 25. And find out how much each foot squared costs. $3.75 divided by 25 is 15 cents. Didn't mean to do it that way, but that's okay. 298.3 feet squared. We had 375 divided by 25. 0.15 per foot squared. To see how much it costs, I have dollars first, then feet squared. They're different units, so I multiply by my constant. So 298.3 times 15 cents. I get this for money. Money only has 2 decimals, so I need to round. I see that's a 5. 5 or more, you add 1 to the decimal before. So my cost for my liner is $44.75. Pause if you need to. I'm moving on. I'm going to clear the screen. All right. Shading the base of the trapezoid prism. This is your base. I did this end so I could use the other. So make sure you have it shaded in your book. I do not care about you shading it on formative. All right. Find the area of the base you shaded. All right. It's a trapezoid, so I'm going to go straight down here. All right. If the top here is 5, then that means this side's 5. All right. Down here it says 8. But if I use this part, that means this is 3. And this side is 4. Okay? So here we go. We have 4 times 5, which is 20 units squared. And then we have the triangle. Remember, that's base times height divided by 2. 4 times 3 is 12. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. We add those two together. So the area of the base is 26. And you can just type in 26, or you can put in 26 square units, but 26 will do. Now it wants the volume. Volume equals the area of the base times height. You already have the area of the base right there. Height of this box is the line that connects the two trapezoids. So 26 times 12. 312 units to the third power, which again, when you're putting it in, all you have to do is put in the 312. Up here, just put in the 26, okay? That's all you have to show. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear my screen, so if you need to pause, please do so. For each diagram, decide if y is an increase or decrease of x. Then determine the percentage that x is increased or decreased. When you enter your answer, you need to do the number, the percent sign, and then the word increase or decrease. All right, here's X. It's divided into threes, so they're using thirds. Y is longer. That means it increased. I can see it increased by 1/3. 1/3 is 33% increase. Now, technically, it is a 33 1/3% increase. So on LEAP, you would probably have to be very technical. I will accept either answer. 33% increase, 33 1/3% increase. You must type it in that way. The increase must be after the percent. B, Y is longer than X, so it's an increase. They got it in thirds again. It went up by 2/3.
Tanika Jackson, can you please come to the front
2/3
office?
is 66666.
Jackson, can you
So
please
as a
come to the front
percent,
office?
it is 66 2/3% increase. Or we could round that like we did with the first one, and I will accept a 67% increase. Either one. I will accept it rounded. But that's how you have to show your answer in formative. All right, C. Y shorter. It's a decrease by 1/3. You already know what 1/3 is. 33 1/3% decrease. Or you could round that, and I will accept a 33% decrease. Okay? But it must be typed in with the word after the percent sign. All right. D. It's a decrease. Y is smaller than X, and it's 2 blocks, 2/3. We just did 2/3 right there. So it's a 66 2/3% decrease. I will also accept that rounded to 67% decrease. Either or, I will accept it. All right? All right, let's move on. If you need to pause it, please pause it. I'm going to clear the screen. Noah is visiting his aunt in Texas. He wants to buy a belt buckle whose price is 25%. He knows that the sales tax in Texas is 6.25%. How much tax will be on the belt buckle? All they want is the tax. So we're just going to take the tax, and we have to make that into a decimal. To get the percent sign off, you either divide by 100 or you can move the decimal 2 places to the left. Okay? You take the price of 25 times just the sales tax, and that will give you only the sales tax for that belt buckle. 25 times 0.0625. You're going to get 1.5625. You've got to round it 2 decimals for money. There's a 2 behind it. 4 or less, let it rest. $1.56 sales tax. All right. How much will Noah spend for the belt buckle, including tax? We're going to do it the correct way. We're going to start with the 100% of the price plus the 6.25% of the price. We change those to decimals. 100% is 1 plus 0.0625 times the price. We add those together, 1.0625 times the price. And that will give us the total amount that he pays. So when I do 25 times 1.0625, 25, I get 1.0625. I get $25.5625. Need to round that to 2 decimals, and there's a 2, so I let it rest. It's $25.56. All right, write an equation that represents the total cost C. We just did that. Of an item whose price is P. We just did that. Right up here. We started cost equals 1 whole, or 100% P, times the price, plus the sales tax, 0.625, times the price. We added those two together, getting the cost was equal to 1.0625 times the price. And there's your formula. Okay? All right. This is the corrected video. That's what you type in as your answer. Make sure you type in everything correctly. I set formative so it can be edited. So if you did it and you have incorrect answers, you can go in and fix them. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and you're ready to learn next week. Bye.